Let's jump in. How's the market? Austin, Texas, May 2025. Let's go. All right, we're jumping into data compiled from the Austin Board of Realtors on what's going on with Travis County and Williamson County, the two major counties that incorporate Central Texas and the Austin, Texas area, from Killeen down to New Braunfels. There's a whole lot of data we're looking at, but primarily we're going to look at the central metro area, which is what Travis County incorporates here, and then the more rural county up north, Williamson County. And so let's just jump right into the numbers. So I want to take a look at each county and then jump into some of the micro data that gives us a better idea of what's happening. Should I buy right now? Should I sell right now? Man, there's been some interesting things happening since April, May. And what's happening right now, moving towards the end of summer, to figure out, is there a little bit of time left as a seller? Should I jump on some of those deals as a buyer? We're going to take a look at all of it. All right, let's jump into the Travis County data. Again, composited from the Austin Board of Realtors. And as you can see here, median sales price $525,000. That's down $5,000. Not much, but that's down $5,000 since last month. And since the new year, the $475,000. So we're up $50,000 since the new year. Interesting. We're down $5,000 since last month. All right, closed sales 1,328. That's plus 200. And then new listings here, 2,780, 2,780 new listings. That's down 200 homes. And then active listings, 7,453. That's up 500 homes. All right, so let's take a time out. What's all this mean? New listings up, down a little bit. Active listings up a little bit. So less people coming to market in May. However, the inventory beginning to increase here, plus 500 homes. We're hanging around 17,500-ish homes on the market, which is, hey, that's a 5 to 6 month supply. And so that's a lot higher than it's normally been. Now, I want to run through these numbers quick because I want to talk about what the numbers mean, especially as a seller. But we'll talk about seller and buyer at the end. Average days on market, 49. That's down 20 days. Very interesting that we see less listings new to the market. We see more listings. That's supposed to be a plus sign. More listings on the market. But yet, the average days on market is down 20 days. Let's see if I can get, nope, I can't really do that pretty. Down 20 days since last month. So while there's more homes on the market, homes are selling faster for the ones that are selling. I got a lot to say about that in regards to what's happening with how the market feels versus how the market is actually performing. And so with Travis County, we see that the market has teetered out, down just a little bit. New listings, less people coming to market, more homes on the market, but the homes that are selling quicker. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on for Williamson County. $425,000. That's down just $10,000 from the prior month. Now, hey, look, that's why I do these videos, is because the Austin Board of Realtors is tracking year over year. That's what we see here on the. These indicators, these yellow arrows. These yellow arrows are year over year. So me doing these videos on a monthly basis gives us a better thumb on what's going on with the market. So $425,000 median sales price, down $10,000 from April. Okay, so what about since the new year? I'm gonna take a look here. Since the new year, $400,000. So like Travis County, we're up a fair amount. Travis County was up $50,000 since the new year. Man, it doesn't feel like it. And Williamson County's up $25,000. So exactly half since the new year. We're down $10,000 since last month. So we've seen some appreciation since the new year. But we're kind of teetering out. And I'm going to get to that because April, May was some interesting stuff and what happened there and what that means towards the end of the year. So stay tuned just a bit. But we want to get through some of this micro data here. Closed sales, 1,024 homes closed in Williamson County. That's up 200 homes. New listings, 1,841. That's just about even from April. And then active listings, 4,377. So new listings was just about even. Active listings plus 500. So like Travis County, active listings are up. Pending sales, 1,395. That's up 400 homes. So number of homes on the market, active listings, up. Number of homes pending, up 400 homes. Average days on the market, 59 days. That's down 15 days since the prior month. The same exact scenario that we saw from Travis County, where average days on market is down significantly. So while average listings are active listings are up, pending sales are up, so more activity, even though there's more homes on the market, average days on the market is down significantly. Okay, look, these are the major numbers that I wanted to get to, but let's take a quick synopsis, and then we're going to look at some micro data on what's happening overall with the Austin Board of Realtors data. Now, look, April and May were flat, okay? All that tariff talk in April flattened the April-May markets, and we saw a little bit less homes selling, a lot more homes coming to market. We haven't seen 5 to 6 months of inventory in years in the greater central metro Austin, Texas area, including Williamson County, and so it felt flat. Even though there was still a decent amount of homes sold. In April, total homes sold in April for Austin Board of Realtors was right around 3,400 homes. Pretty good number for May. Pretty good number for May. April was like 2,800. Not fantastic. Again, a lot of that was because of the tariff talk. Buyers sitting on the fence and being a little worried about what was happening. How's the economy going to be affected? We haven't yet answered those questions. And so bottom line, spring was flat. Now, fast forward to this month. We're in June right now, but again, we can only report these numbers a month behind because the Austin Board of Realtor data comes out late every following month regarding the prior month. So I'm in June, I'm talking about May. And so while the spring market was flat, fast forward to June when Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com downgraded their economic outlook for the third and fourth quarter. What's that mean? They think the market's going to tumble a little bit. They think there's going to be some depreciation. They feel like there's going to be some softening in the market. Now, this is critical. Let's talk right now just briefly about, should I buy right now or should I sell right now? Well, hey, look, if you're looking to sell, waiting until next year is probably not going to be much better. If I had to roll the dice and I was a gambling man, and although I lived in Las Vegas almost 20 years, I'm not a gambling man. I would not gamble that I'm going to be able to sell my home for more or a price point that I want now that I'm not able to get sometime in April or May next year, because with April and May being flat this year, third and fourth quarter this year being flat, projections are flat or negative according to some of the major real estate sites online, then look, you're not going to be able to make that up come winter and early spring next year. You're going to be at or possibly below where we are this year, or it's going to be super close. Take into account holding costs, costs of repair or replacements. Trying to hold your property another year is very unlikely to see a much better scenario than what you're looking at right now. Now, hey, that's what we've seen in 23 and 24. May 22 to December 22, market took a big tumble, 30% or so, depending on the area that you're in. And so 23 was a little bit of this, a little up, little down. We finished the year just a nudge upwards in appreciation. 24, a little up, little down. We saw a nudge of appreciation following in 24. 25, well, I just told you, flat spring. Projections for the third and fourth quarter don't look good. Even though we're up 50,000 in Travis County, we're up 25,000 in Williamson County since the beginning of the new year in January. We're seeing the market softening in April and May, which is when things are supposed to get busy. It's when things are supposed to really pop in regards to appreciation. Typically, March, April, May, like those are the months for appreciation stereotypically in the Central Texas area. We did not see that this year. Okay. Bottom line, should you sell right now? Look, you better hold 2 years at a minimum or sell now faster. Time is your enemy. The longer you're on the market, the worse off it is. That's just normal in any given market. You don't want to be on the market a long period of time. Bruised bananas, right? Nobody wants to buy bruised bananas. And so that's what you are when you're sitting on the market a long period of time. Well, how many days is that? Well, look, there we are. Whoop, did it again. Okay, there we are. Average days on market here, 59 days in Williamson County. In Travis County, 49 days. So if you're on the market a long period of time, then look, this is going to be a problem for you. If you're on the market for a period of time where people think that maybe there's something wrong with the house because you haven't sold in a matter of days, then that's going to lose you money. The longer this drags out into the late summer months and early fall months, the worse off this is going to be for you. So sell now, sell faster, or wait a couple of years, because this is not going to be significantly better next year. All right, you're a buyer. Should I buy right now? Man, there are ridiculous deals, and I'm going to start doing more videos around this, on home builders offering incredible incentives with 4 and 5% fixed interest rates. That makes things a whole hell of a lot more affordable for you. Now, look, I get it. You may have to go to some of the bedroom communities in the Austin, Texas area, or the surrounding areas of Austin, Texas, but that could mean a whole heck of a lot more affordability to be able to get on a property where we're sitting along the bottom of the market. Where are we along the bottom of the market? But look, real estate runs in typically 5-year cycles-ish. Mid-22, we crashed. 23, we bounced across the bottom. 24, we crossed across the bottom. 25, we're bouncing across the bottom. 26, looks like projections for the end of 26 are looking hopeful, but look, we're in that middle of that cycle right now. We're somewhere along the bottom in a 5-year cycle. It's a great time to buy, especially when some of these builders are offering fixed interest rates so significantly lower than what's happening open market, and they're contributing to closing costs, and they're contributing to credits for upgrades. Man, builders are bending over backwards to get you into a property in Central Texas. It's a great time to buy a new home. Now, on the resales, it's a little bit different, right? They're a little bit more resistant to offering as much incentives. And what we're seeing is this market where the numbers are saying the market's not so bad. The market's in a decent shape. In months of inventory, 5 to 6 months, historically more normal, relatively in more recent past. It feels a lot more sluggish, and it is here in Texas because things are different happening around in different areas and states, especially up north, northeast, and Midwest. Some parts of the South, markets are a lot different. Okay, but we're talking about what's happening here in Austin, Texas. And so while the months of inventory has ballooned up a little bit, not a state of emergency yet. We'll see what happens in the next couple months. But average days on market's down 2 or 3 weeks in each county. And the number of sales that are happening in April and May are relatively healthy. So the properties that are selling faster are the properties. Only 2 types of properties are selling right now. Properties that have more features and benefits, priced competitively, or properties that are priced the lowest. Everything else in between sits. Even those properties that are not necessarily priced as competitively, but have more features and benefits. Not properties priced for more that have more features and benefits. Not properties that are priced okay that have more features and benefits. Properties that are priced competitively. So it's got to be a good to great price. It can't be an okay price. It's got to be a really good or great price with more features and benefits, priced competitively. Everything else is sitting, except those properties priced at the bottom. Now, those properties priced at the bottom, you're close to the bottom. You're at bottom, but you're still pretty close to the next number 2 or number 3. You still may sit. And so being very aware and conscious and having a specific strategy. More specifically, a professional can help you guide you through that initial conversation, and then literally on a week-to-week basis, pay close attention to what's going on with the market, because it could literally mean saving you thousands, tens of thousands, potentially hundreds of thousands over the next 6 months for you to be able to get what you want in the time frame that you want it. So look, pay attention and consult with a professional. We love having those conversations. You can email me at paul.visiongroup@gmail.com, and I'd love to have a conversation about what's going on in your neighborhood, what's going on with your property at no cost and at no obligations and with no solicitations, just a straight up conversation that gives you the inside market information that you need to get clarity and have certainty around timing of the market and ultimately what's best for you. All right, I want to jump into one more thing here on what's going on with some of the micro data here. And again, this is a new system and feature that we have from the Austin Board of Realtors. And you can see here again in May, there was 3,460 sales in the Austin Board of Realtors. The median sales price was $431,000, which is different than the average. I'd say median gives us a little bit clearer picture. Now, this is all the data, right? Travis and Williamson County, some of Bell County and the surrounding southern counties also are included here. So you see the numbers change a little bit. Now, what's interesting is, let's see if I can get here. One second here. Okay, I'm going to move this up. What's interesting is buyer demand. Buyer demand. We can see that you can see the highest number of homes selling is hanging around the $300,000 to $400,000 range. Interestingly enough, we still see properties moving in the $1 million price range. Let's do this. Let me show you this. 1.2 to 1.39 million. Median days on market, 20 days. 1 million to 1.2, 32 days on market. 1.4 million, 28 days on market. So here's the luxury update. Properties that are selling over $1 million are not, I repeat, not taking a long time to sell in Austin, Texas, and the surrounding areas. 32 days on market. 18 days on market, median, 18 days on market. 1.2 to 1.4, 20 days on market. 28 days on market, 1.4 or above. So the moral of the story here is that while it feels like a sluggish market because we're so fat in inventory, there's a whole nother story going on properties that are actually selling. Now, for luxury properties, we're seeing that because the inventory is a little bit lower, then that properties that are priced, same as I said before in another section, that the only two properties that are selling in this market, and it still heeds the same for the luxury market, is properties that have more features and benefits priced competitively, not okay or good, really good or great on price compared to the features and benefits on other properties. So you got more features and benefits, you're priced competitively, you're a luxury home, you're going to sell in 30 days or less. Even from when you start moving upwards in price, $1.4 million and above. Now, the other types of properties that are selling in the luxury property zone are the properties that are priced the lowest. You don't have more features and benefits, or you're not competitive in upgrades or updates. You need to get real on price and price lower. Well, maybe I'll wait till next year, Paul. No, you shouldn't. You won't, because next year won't be better. It'll be similar. It'll be comparative, just like this year was to last year, just like 24 was to the year before. We have not seen significant growth in the last 2.5 years. We've seen some growth, moderate growth, but people who've been hanging around watching the markets and since the market crashed in 2022 have been sitting around waiting and watching the market for something to happen, because it hasn't. And by this time next year, spring, early summer, there will have not been much difference. So don't wait. Sell now, or plan on waiting at least a couple of years. And that is the same in the luxury market. I thought it was interesting too that another thing we can look here is on price drops, and we can see overall with price drops that we're a little over 18,000 homes on the market right now. We're a little over 18,000 homes on the market, and in May we had 3,400 sales. That the average home on market that did not sell had an 8% price drop. Days until price drop. So on average, on median, prices homes that did not sell after 30 days dropped their price 8%. I thought that was pretty interesting because how much should I lower my home in price? Well, you saw it right there at 8%. Now, I thought this was an interesting statistic right here. Last month, listings that dropped their price went under contract after a median of 18 days in this market, meaning when the property was for sale, it didn't sell within 30 days. The median property that didn't sell in 30 days dropped their price 8%. On average, 8%, and that those homes on median that lowered their property 8% got an offer within a couple of weeks, 18 days here, according to the data. And so pricing properly still allows you in this market that feels a little sluggish to sell within 30 days. You don't sell within 30 days, you need to drop the price. And when you drop the price and you drop it accordingly, 8% according to the data, within 18 days, you're able to see something happen. Yay! Okay, now if you're not doing that, it's not going to be yay! It's going to be yay! And you're going to be in trouble and you could be losing money. Big deal here for what's happening with the market. All right, so here's the moral of the story. There's opportunities in this market. The moral of the story is that there are properties still selling. The moral of the story is that if you're going to sell now, selling faster means selling for more. Time is your enemy. Luxury properties are still selling relatively quickly, approximately 30 days, even at 1.5 million or above. And so properties that are priced competitively with more features and benefits or priced the lowest are the only two types of properties that are selling. Hey, got questions? Want to know a little bit more about what's going on with the value of your home? Trying to figure out your options? We got 6 different options to sell a property. We have off-market properties for people who are looking to find properties and have access and resources to interest rates 1 or 2 points below market. Properties that have the ability to contribute towards your closing costs and credits for upgrades. So hey, reach out. We love these conversations. No obligations, no solicitation, just a God's to honest, earnest conversation around understanding how to help you get what you want in the time frame you want it. Won't that be great?